that.
So you can hear me?
I can hear you. I hear you now. Yes.
Oh, there we go. I think I can hear
Can
myself.
you hear me?
Not so much.
Let's try
How about
something else.
now?
That sounded a little bit better.
How about now?
Oh yeah, I can hear you now.
It's a weird request.
Oh,
okay.
I got you. Yeah, it busted at the LTC. Are we live yet?
Yes, we are live.
Oh, we're live. How do you like that? Oh, well, hi, everybody. Welcome to the National Capital Curling Center, home of the Potomac Curling Club, and the first annual Glitter Bombspiel. I am Hotshot Tony, a.k.a. Joe Rockamock. I am joined here in the mic booth, or the 8-foot folding table, by Frank Kemper and Mike Sell on cameras. And Mike, guys, how you doing tonight? Who we got? We got a nice game going here. We've got the Royal Canadian Curling Club and Port Arthur Curling Club against one of our home teams from Potomac. What do you think?
It's going to be a good game.
I certainly hope so. So we are here. We are ready to curl. We've got our first rock out of play, off to a flying start. So this is the lead for the team from Potomac, Scintillation faction. This is Andy Inglis. The lineup for Potomac is Andy Inglis at lead, Stacy Tedesco at second, Judy Recusin at vice, and Craig Markwart is the skip. And the team from Royal Canadian and Port Arthur Curling Club, Mo Marion is the lead, Brian Freeman is the second, Aaron Med is the vice, and Lee Gallo is the skip.
Do you know where this team is from?
They win for the furthest traveled.
Oh, nice.
They are from Vancouver.
Oh, wow.
I met them yesterday night at our event at Denizens Brewery. If there is the slim chance that someone from Denizens is watching this, thank you very much for hosting us last night. But yeah, they came all the way from Vancouver. They were one of the first teams to actually sign up for this event.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it is pretty awesome.
Try it again. 3 guard. Where is it? Yep.
So let's see. Let's look. We got this is an A event game. These two teams won earlier today at noon, and next to them we have another A event game. We've got, let's see here. I don't know.
On sheet A you're talking about?
Yes.
I don't recognize any of the players.
I think that we have a team from Detroit and a team from Potomac.
That sounds right. I do know that we have 2 teams from Detroit in the draw. I'm not sure. I assume that one of them probably is playing over there. Over on here on C, it's 2 teams from Potomac / our sister club at this point, I guess you could call them, down out of Richmond, the Curling Club of Virginia. So there's one team is both Potomac and CCVA members.
Half and half.
Yeah.
So I have found out who's playing on sheet A. We've got We Love Sue Mitchell. They're from Atlanta and Orlando, and they're playing the Mounties from Potomac. That is a B event game. So my apologies for mucking that up, everybody. Let's see, while we're trying to figure out the teams, Frank, have we missed anything on the ice?
We got Red sitting behind a center guard.
Yeah.
And looks like Craig's going to have Stacy curl around their corner guard.
Mike or Frank, have we heard any buzz tonight about how the ice is behaving? Is it straight? Is it swingy? Is it keen? Is it slow?
I have no clue.
Well, you actually worked on the ice tonight, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I guess you can blame me for the,
if it's slow and straight, we'll blame
bad
you.
nip job.
Yeah. Mike, you were saying?
I walked in half an hour ago, if that, so I really have no knowledge whatsoever.
I didn't even see how the end of the last game finished.
Team Erstad won. They beat a team from Plainfield.
So this one looks pretty wide. We're not sweeping it.
Yeah, they really want that to break, but it's just not cooperating yet.
Yeah, that was awfully wide. I think it's going to skirt on through as well.
Good.
Craig's going to sweep that to it's out of play. Good. Those are those rocks that the only thing they can serve as is a tripping hazard, and that's about it. So it's nice that's taken out of play. So this looks like Stacy Tedesco. She's going to throw her second rock. Craig's going to get rid of some of that stuff up front. I like that call a lot.
Line's good.
Or is he going to play a tap? Because that sure looks like
I hope it's not a tap. He's tapping the wrong color of stone if that's true.
Yeah. Well, I thought he was going to try to rip it off, but it also came out really slow.
It's coming out slow. It's over curling, so it might end up being kind of a soft tick. No, it's just going to draw through. No, it's not going to do that.
It's the first end that the players are having trouble adjusting to the ice, maybe.
I'd say they're just feeling it out.
Just feeling it out.
Yes. Having trouble, so...
Oh, I mean,
I have trouble when I start out a game, so...
First end ice, your first or second rock, you know, how hard do I have to throw this for a takeout? Because you know, sometimes it's sensitive and you really don't want to overthrow it, you really don't want to underthrow it. In that case, an underthrow was kind of safe because it just ends up being another rock in play. It's not the worst outcome. Sometimes you rear back and throw that up weight and you miss the room because you didn't know your own strength.
Looks like both teams are trying to promote the opposite colored rock. Another guard out in the center.
Yes! Hard!
And while I sit here and figure out all the intricacies, granted there aren't that many compared to how there used to be, of cutting these cameras around, I'll also add to the 5 viewers we currently have. That'll go up throughout the game.
Oh, it just went down to 4.
That if you are on YouTube watching this stream, go ahead and chat to us there in the little chat box. And if you have any extra questions about the other games, we'll do what we can to bring you more information from the show.
Speaking of the other games, Mike, let's talk about who we have on sheets C and D. We've got Potomac versus Potomac on sheet C. This is a B event game. We've got a team skipped by Brandon Neff up against the team skipped by Michael Dobbs. And then on sheet D, we've got an A event game. We've got a team skipped by Nick Smith from Potomac against a team skipped by Ontario Provincial Champion Britt O'Neill. That was a good get.
I don't know who that is. Who is that?
So Britt O'Neill, she played in the Scotties a couple years ago.
Awesome.
Yep. She plays out of the Oakville Curling Club right outside of Toronto.
Oh, I've been there.
Yep. She's
Very nice
here with Aaron Flowers, who is also one of the Gold Line people who came down here for the Bombspiel for all weekend. And they're also playing with Debbie McCormick, who is taking this game off. And their teammates are Laura Yee and Bombspiel coordinator Courtney Shaw.
Yes! Yes! Bruce! Right to it. Hard roll, Rebecca. Yes.
So we got a lot of junk in the front and one rock in play. Looks like Craig's going to try to peel that rock off to expose the one shot in the house. They get their cards right. They may get a run back too.
Yeah.
We'll open it up a smidge. Not much, but a smidge.
There's a port there.
Yeah. So I think Lee's going to just clog that up. Yep, that's the call.
And I'll throw a thank you over to Allison Goldberg in the chat, who points out that it's not the quantity of viewers that matters, it's the quality. That is true. We do have the best viewers. And then you add it is also the quantity. And I think part of it is just because we're on YouTube now. Because when we used to be on live stream, we would get 50, 60 viewers. There was a time we were streaming, I think it was a 5 and under, and we had more viewers than the World Championship that was on.
You're exactly right. It was the last time we hosted the Dykes, and there was the World Champion now, and that's right. And I think we had something like 400 and some viewers at that thing.
Was it a Friday night game though, or was it
a
finals?
It was a finals.
It was a finals. So
it was
Sunday afternoon.
I remember. I called the game with Dave Bykowski. It was a team from Plainfield against a team from Schenectady, and the Schenectady ranked 1. And then we interviewed him after the game, and people still watched it. It was fantastic. I wore a tie that day because we were also using our little camera.
Commentator webcast cam.
Yes.
Whoa.
So
and I don't know, Mike, if you ever called a game with Dave Bykowski.
I think I did once. He was really great.
He's
actually a sports writer as a past career, I think.
Yeah, he used to call Division II football games in West Virginia, and he's got the chops for it. He was very good at what he does.
He also really knows curling, like in and out. So
yeah.
Dave left the club, I think the year before I started.
Yes, for love.
So Craig's still thinking about his first skips rock. There's too much stuff in the front there.
Yeah, he still has a lot of stuff to get around. I mean, for our vantage point here, Andy looks like, and he skips a lot, and he's quite a good skip. I think he wants to rip something off to give Craig a little easier shot.
Yeah.
Or at least force Lee to throw another guard rather than try to plunk another one in. I like that.
I think the ice call is going to be just a draw to the 8-foot.
You're correct.
That's not a bad shot.
No, it's not a bad shot either.
If you can get to be shot stone and under some guards, you're in a pretty good spot to try to get a 2.
You sure are.
That's what you're looking to do.
And if he leaves it short, he takes the draw away for Lee for 2, right?
Very true.
Yeah. And you might even leave it as a run back possibility for the blank or something, too.
Yeah.
If it's, So it gives you a lot of options.
That's good.
You mean like an in-off kind of thing?
I was thinking more just a direct sort of like a raised peel, but I guess it depends on where they leave it. That's the catch I'm looking for.
Judy thinks the line's falling. It looks pretty good from our vantage point, but I guess we're at a terrible vantage point.
I can't really see that well.
Looks like he's going to clear it by a mile.
Weight looks good.
Come on, guys. Oh, a great try. Almost
Very
had
close.
it. Almost had it.
Cuts down the scoring area, though, for the second, or this last red rock.
Well, it does. They catch a little piece of the 8-foot circle there, but
if he hit and rolls the inside, though, he's hosed.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna jam, so. What's that?
I will add, I was talking to Michael Dobbs, one of the skips over on Sheet C. He's sort of the coordinator of all this webcasting stuff before the game. And he told me that this software that we're using here, one of the little toys or add-ons you can add to it is the ability to add a mobile phone as a remote camera and microphone.
No way.
So
Yeah, so
that
you can
stuff
do-
we talked about having it like an on-ice interview or something, that is something we actually can add to this package.
Eat your heart out, 12th End Network.
I
mean,
want
let's not. I mean, they do a wonderful job. I don't want to say that, but that would be pretty sweet.
I want to see the instant replays happen.
So that is something that we have at the moment because it's part of the free trial.
Yeah.
But then it's part of the deluxe $1,000 package that we will probably not purchase.
Not purchase. No.
Well, then we got to use it now if we have it now.
I could probably figure out if you give me enough time in front of this interface. Everything else about this interface is pretty easy.
Maybe
so
during
I
the
bet
lead
you-
rocks we can play with it. Since
Let's see that guard again.
Well, you know what? When you watch on NBC or TSN, they never show lead rocks. So
They
we'll
never-
show them
you're
all
right.
twice.
That's
what
right.
show
we'll
them all
do.
twice.
That's right.
This rock's coming up short. I guess that was the plan.
Yeah, I think that was probably
That's
the
a-
safe bet.
That's a really nice line on that guard if they were
Yeah.
trying to protect shenanigans on that yellow.
I like that. I think that was a nice patient move. I think you could have been really aggressive and tried to play like a hit on it or something and stick. But then that also could have given the opportunity for yellow to come back and hit and roll and sit one. So I think that was a smart move by Lee to just play it patient and get your
Take the one
good
steal.
chance to get the steal.
Yeah.
I mean, gives Craig a really difficult shot here to salvage something out of this.
I mean, the straight run back does give Craig 2, but it's going to be a very hard shot.
It's tough. Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of room to work with.
Yeah, the rock's not covered at all, but there's not a lot of room on either side of it.
I would throw the opposite turn if I was him, but I'm not him.
All right, so here's Craig Marquardt with the last rock in end number 1. Trying to avoid a steal here from Team Gallo. It's got to come over.
Very close.
Good try, good try. All right, so that's going to be a steal of 1 for the team from the Royal Canadian Curling Club and Port Arthur Curling Club in Vancouver. Makes the score 1-0. Gallo over Marquardt.
Looks like sheet C finished the first end and hung a score of 1 for yellow. Not sure.
Michael Dobbs.
Michael Dobbs' team scored 1.
Speaking of Michael Dobbs.
You can hear him on the mics pretty
Yes.
clearly.
I generally play on his team as his vice, and so I've come to pick his call out of a room pretty quickly.
You guys are like in your 4th Capital League season together? Does that sound right?
3rd or 4th, yeah. That's not correct. There we go.
Well, you got a scoring update on sheet A. It appears the team from Potomac, the Mounties, steal 1 in the first against We Love Sue Mitchell, the team from Atlanta and Orlando curling clubs. 2 clubs that did not exist. Just
Orlando didn't exist?
no, they're pretty new.
They're pretty down south.
Yes, they are. And then
Is it dedicated ice?
no.
Oh.
But there is a dedicated club in Atlanta. I don't know if it's Atlanta or if it's Peachtree, but one of those clubs is dedicated.
You have to be a little bit more specific about a Peachtree near Atlanta.
It's 2 different clubs. It's the Peachtree Curling Club and the Atlanta Curling Club.
So just from what I understand about it, just Atlanta geography, like everything is named Peachtree. So, like, you give someone directions and it's, hang a left on Peachtree, then hang a right on Peachtree, and then you take Peachtree Lane over to Peachtree Circle. But Allison Goldberg in chat does clarify that it is Peachtree.
Oh, thank you, Allison. Again, it is the quality of the
Everything's
viewers
Peachtree.
tonight. And Allison is certainly showing that. Thank you very much, Allison. So we got 2 rocks in front of the house here. Team Gallo's lead, Mo Marion, is throwing his 2nd rock. They're going to play the come around behind that bonus center guard they got from Craig Marquardt.
Hopefully Craig prevents the guards like he did like he allowed happen
Yeah,
last
that's
game.
right. There was a lot of buildup in the beginning of that, and it kind of caught him. Pretty nice come around there. It's going to sit
Fully buried.
Mostly fully buried, yeah. You got it? Thanks, sir.
And now we've got a whole gang of people in the chat explaining to us here that Atlanta Curling Club is in fact an arena club. And then the Peachtree Club is located in Marietta, and they are a dedicated ice facility.
Oh, man. Are these Atlanta people who were telling us this? I can't quite see.
So it was Allison, and then it was someone whose screen name is Knit1 Curl 2, and then someone named Rob Young. And they do appear to all know each other. They're sort of having some banter amongst themselves.
Well, if they are from Atlanta, I want to say welcome and thanks for tuning in. And if they're not from Atlanta, I want to say welcome and thanks for tuning in.
Rob is from New Jersey.
Aha.
Decidedly not Atlanta.
This is Brian Freeman with his first rock here. Team Gallo just wants to replace that guard that was there, although I guess now with their color. Looks a little hot from this angle. Looks really hot from this angle.
Really hot.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe a little rub and it's taking some steam off? Not enough.
Not enough.
Craig was confident. He wasn't even on that.
He sure was, wasn't he?
Craig split his guard in, so now it's an open center with 2 rocks in the top 12 foot. Going for the bumper weight takeout.
Yep. Bumper weight hit. Don't need to kill it. This is Stacy Tedesco with her first rock, and number 2.
That's got some gas.
I think she's going to get something. And I may. No.
It's going to be enough. Yep.
Great shot, Stacy. Really nice shot.
Oh, so there we go. We have some speculation here that the person in the chat named Knit1 Curl 2 is in fact the Sue Mitchell.
Oh, we love her.
Why is it only speculation?
So Rob Young is asking if she's the Sue Mitchell. She has not confirmed yet. But she does say that she is Sue Mitchell in the flesh. Yes,
Yay.
there we go. We've got it.
Welcome, Sue.
A little outside. It'll come though.
This is the 3rd rock down this path. They're all not curling enough.
They're going to get it. I think it's slight enough where it'll definitely stick around, too. Pretty wide open, though, for Stacy to take another crack at it.
I think both teams wanted the roll to the opposite side, so
Yes.
they needed to cross the face, and neither of them were able to do that.
This is going to be kind of, this looks way down.
over curling.
Yeah. Really lightweight. Puts another one in play, still leaves it exposed.
3 in the house.
He's going to clog it up again.
Yep.
Yep. This is Aaron Med, the vice skip for Team Gallo. Again, met these guys last night at the event at Denizens. All good fellas. That had a really nice finish to it.
Great execution.
That was a great shot.
Good sweep.
Great shot.
Oh, look at that line. That is
Yeah, that's
beautifully
perfect.
placed guard.
Yeah, that's perfect. Craig was like, "It was so beautiful, let's get rid of it."
Nice shot, take it out. That's a pretty common call.
It's a little inside from our angle. Andy and Stacy are really going to have to hit this hard to get it, and they straighten it out. You hit the other side of it, though. Okay, they peel it off.
For that
Nice
weight,
shot.
it looked like it curled a lot more than I expected.
I think she was a hair inside, too.
Oh, okay. It's hard to see that from that angle. See that from this angle. There's no experience level requirements for this spiel, right?
Not at all.
Anyone can be any age,
Any
level of experience.
yep, any level of experience.
Do we know how many years these guys have been curling?
We do not. And should you be from the Port Arthur or Royal Canadian Curling Club on this chat, feel free to fill us in if you know any of these 4 gentlemen and how long they've played. See, this is one of 3 all-Canadian curling teams we have at this event, if my memory serves me right.
That's awesome that they came down for it.
It is. It really is. And they all signed up pretty quickly, too, if my memory serves me right. Well, if you remember, a lot of this this Bombspiel kind of came to fruition when we had one of our teams go up to a gay men's Bombspiel in Ottawa last year.
Okay.
And there's quite actually a big gay men's Bombspiel circuit, or there's a lot of them. There's a lot of teams who play up in Canada.
Oh yeah, there's like you say, there's sort of an LGBT circuit.
Yeah.
The major curling clubs, Oakville and some of the other ones. Oakville's the biggest one I know of. Will sort of take turns hosting this spiel.
Yeah.
And you're right, we did have a few guys go up there either last year or the year before to Oakville. I think we had them go to maybe Calgary.
They went to Ottawa.
They
went to Oakville, and then I think Jason on our club played in Halifax a couple years ago as well. But I remember Jimmy telling me that, one of the clubs in Toronto have like 40-some LGBT teams in just their league.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Must be a big club.
It is.
I can confirm that Oakville is a huge club.
It is a huge club. That's what you played in the lefties.
I was there last year for the World Left-Handers.
Yeah.
That is an 8-sheet club. Their men's league is something like 80 teams or something like it. It plays on 2 or 3 different nights, and their playoff is like a month.
Wow. Yeah, I did a hot shots there, but I think the play in a Bombspiel would be pretty fantastic. Well, that's one way to get rid of it.
Greg, again, just knows it's got enough and just lets it go.
Mike, you went up there with Adam Schechter, if my memory serves me right?
Yes.
And then 2 guys from another club, right?
So one of them was from North Carolina, not out of any particular club. He just lives in North Carolina and kind of, he's a director for Habitat for Humanity and just finds Bombspiels where he happens to be.
But he doesn't curl like in a league?
So he has and does, but lives like 2 hours from his nearest club. So
I see.
Not regularly.
I see.
And then he was our skip.
Yeah.
And our vice was actually one of the guys who worked at Oakville Curling Club.
Oh.
And you all had to be lefties.
So you have to play left-handed.
Oh,
there's no like checking IDs at the door.
Right.
But they never done this before. They did, enough people had suggested, remove the left hacks from all the sheets.
Nice.
So like, you get your goodie bag or whatever, and it's all the meal tickets and snacks and stuff, and the rules for the Bombspiel. And rule number 1 was all stones must be delivered with the left hand.
I've tried to slide out lefty, and it doesn't happen.
I've tried it as well. It feels like when I slid,
I just fall over.
Like the first time.
No, I just fall over.
Well, we were talking about click out the yellow. He could double himself out.
All right.
Does that make sense to you? I mean, do you guys see that possibly happening? If it doesn't come over enough and he hits it a little bit to the right.
If he hits it narrow enough, the yellow is just the red will promote the yellow off the other yellow into the center. With enough weight, I guess.
Well, let's find out what happens, shall we?
Apologies to our now up to 7 viewers. That number is climbing. We did have a momentary hiccup in the stream. YouTube is doing something to our previous video, which caused them to lose our current video. But I hit the button and we're back on, so thanks for staying with us.
Hooray, buttons.
Oh, so many
I'm
buttons.
glad we switched to YouTube over live stream. YouTube's more well known. Easy to stream on my phone.
I like the line on this. Is he going to get it?
Oh, he got it.
Oh, it's going to roll. It's not going to roll all the way out, but it's definitely much further from the pin than it was.
Yeah, that's a pretty good shot, Craig. He made something out of nothing there.
Still shot rock,
Still shot rock,
still short, but that's a pretty big scoring zone they've got now.
Yeah. I mean,
behind two of the yellow stones instead of just one red stone.
Well, Lee's got to plunk another one on the other side and sit second, or Craig could. He could have another run back.
A run back and then sit 4.
For 4. Unless Lee, again, like Lee Gallo's got to put it on the draw here in the white. And then, Craig's looking at a draw against 2.
This is Team Gallo's last rock of the end. Sweepers are off it now. Needs to curl to get behind that guard.
That is a really
He's going to get it. That's a nice
Great
draw.
weight.
Oh, that's a peach. That's a peach.
Oh, that's
It's going to force Craig just to do a draw of the forefoot for one. I don't see what else he can do.
Yeah, I don't see any obvious way to remove both of those reds now.
those rocks curl so much right at the end. It's great. Looks like it's great ice.
Gotta be in. Lots of room.
I don't know. Craig saw that draw path. I think he just needs to follow it down.
Yep.
I agree.
Sit
I think
sit in
you,
the forefoot.
it's easy to say, it's easy to think you give up a steal and then you get a force, and it's easy to sort of feel like that's two sort of lost ends.
Right.
But really, though, it'll be after two ends, a 1-1 game, which is not a terrible spot to be in.
Not at all.
Better than down by 4.
If you're heavy and you get here, that's fine too.
Better than
That's
down
the
by 5.
And like you pointed out, I mean, we just saw a stone travel this path. He
Right.
should be able to just follow it down, use it as backing, sit in that 4-foot zone.
Where? He's okay.
Ooh, that's
Looks a little heavy for my
it's going to be a. I think it's going to. He's got to get a rub to slow it down, and I still think the angle's not going to be any good. No, 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 no. I think it's just one,
Might be cutting it down.
but it's close.
Yeah, I can't tell. We kind of got the fisheye effect on the overhead camera
Yeah.
here.
It's definitely one, possibly two. I don't know. My gut says yellow, but
The
I'm not
vices are
terribly
going back and
confident
forth.
about it.
Are we going to get a measure on the stream?
Back 4, back 8.
I'm not sure how those ones came about. We'll assume that they were
Well executed,
well
shots
executed.
by every player.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. No, off. Good shot.
Sheet A also is 1-1 after 2. But it looks like Sheet D doesn't like the hang scores at all.
Line's good. Double. Yep. Whoa, whoa. Normal.
Craig puts up a corner guard with the
Yep.
hammer.
Got to generate some offense now that you're down by a field goal. Gallo's gonna play the come around their nice center guard.
The last end started the same way, right?
Yes. Big pulse.
Center in a corner.
Yes.
Was there a corner guard? I don't recall. I should recall.
No,
I
there's
mean,
2 centers.
yeah, it was the
split-
center and the
split one
accidental
in.
center.
Good throw. Take it. Draw. Yeah.
Now Craig wants one in the house.
Yes. Box. Come on, get the box. Get the box. Line's good.
They're playing the box game for this draw?
Yes.
They are playing all sorts of games in this draw.
What are the other games?
So there are 2 prizes you can win. One of them is the box, and one of them is the, we'll just say it's a rubber chicken.
Rubber chicken.
Yep. Yep.
Specifically, though, it's using a certain euphemism for both a chicken or
Yes.
parts of the anatomy.
A
Yes.
euphemism we would not discuss at this time of night. or else we would get
on the web stream.
FCC complaints.
Yes.
It's 9:56. I think after in about 4 minutes, though,
4
we're past the
minutes.
watershed. And
Yep. And then we can then we can swear all we want. We're not going to swear all we want.
then we can go from TV PG to like TV 14, and then we're all set. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Hard, guys. Hard. Control up.
The third end, they're going to have a whole bunch of guards.
Normal.
Craig needs to start peeling something.
While we're waiting for the shot, we've got a scoring update on sheet D. They seem pretty hell-bent on being an end behind with hanging the score. They're in the third end, but all I can report is that Team O'Neill from Oakville and Potomac got a deuce in the first. Something happened in the second, and now, well, they scored in the second because they just threw rocks again, so it's 2+ to nothing after 2 ends. O'Neill over Smith from Potomac. What happened here? We're hanging the score
she's
right
hanging it
now. And it's a steal of, a steal of 3. So that makes it 5-0. Oakville, Potomac over Potomac after 2.
Line's really good. Yeah. Over and up. Whoa. Line's good.
Back on the featured sheet, they're coming out wide on the right side again. They haven't been out here except for that one shot in the first end.
It really looked like he flicked it out. It was very wide and very heavy.
Clear this one. Normal.
Craig's still very efficient in the back of the house, only sweeping exactly as much as necessary.
Who says it's a sport? We got 6 rocks in play. We got none in the
He's
house.
literally a rocket scientist, so
Yes. He knows efficiency.
he sees that rock moving by and he knows exactly where it's going to end up.
I think this was supposed to be a come around, but it's actually going to be a tap.
Boat.
That's a very nice tap if that stops.
Great weight.
Right on the dish.
Might even be a 2-pointer.
Yeah, I was going to say, covering the pin for 2 points.
What do you guys think of that rule?
I'm against it.
You're against it, Mike?
It's a fun idea. I
Yeah.
could see definitely using it on like the Skins game. I mean, not the Skins game because you're trying
Right.
to too, but like the All-Star games or like the Continental Cup.
Yeah.
But I feel like
It's a fun rule. It's not
I
a
feel like
serious
the
rule.
like you almost can't force anymore because the hammer
Right.
can always be for 2.
Right. Yeah, I think it's a little too. It's a little too much. It's going to be too much dramatic of a change.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like the 5
5 rock rule.
5 rock free guard
Yeah.
zone. Do you have to refresh the web
No,
page?
it's just on a couple second delay.
Oh, I see.
So I don't know if we're having bandwidth issues or what, but it does keep.
It's the high
just
res that we got
dropping.
going on now.
That could be. We might need to call RISD,
To upgrade something.
or if it's the fact that we got all of us talking is somehow increasing the bit rate. I don't know.
Doubtful.
I don't think you can do that. I don't think that's how that works.
No. Tides have turned this end. We got Team Gallo looking to play some guards.
Yeah, Allison, it keeps doing the same thing. We've got our software that's streaming out to YouTube, and it just keeps kicking us off and throwing an error and then resetting. So we're doing what we can to keep online and keep bringing you this game. Our sort of guru of the streaming is out there on the ice, so I can't go bother him. I mean, I
Can't
can.
help.
I can. But
He has
would
more
not be-
important things to do than tech support.
Yes.
I really don't know what's more important than us bringing you more coverage.
Girl. Guard up. It's not coming back,
It looks like Dobbs is facing 3 rocks in the house. With 2 rocks to go in the end.
I think that's still in.
Looks like a biter to me.
Again, it's a bad angle for us.
Oh, and the scoreboard's covering
The scoreboard
it.
is covering the rock. I can't see it at all.
Well, can you turn that one off and then
Maybe, but I
not mess with it?
getting into dangerous territory there, pressing buttons. The little instruction sheet I have says, do not change these options. So.
This rock is going to be the first skips rock of the end. Looks like Lee's going to try the run back.
Yep. Yep. That helps. Yep. Yep. Come on, guys. Hard. Hard. Whoa. Yep.
Is he going to get? Oh, good try. Almost had the angle run back.
Through the forefoot, though.
Yeah. Well, no.
Exposed a bit of shot stone.
Yeah.
So not a completely unproductive shot.
Yeah, absolutely. Puts Craig in a bit of a conundrum here. If he throws top 12, that's pretty good. If he throws it too deep, it's doubleable. If he throws it high, it's not a counter.
Top 12 is still doubleable.
Well, it makes it harder.
That's true.
Yeah. I think a
needs to
12.
bite.
I think a biter would be the best
sitting
shot.
3, yeah.
Yeah, we think. We don't know we don't know if that one's actually biting or not. We think it is, but it's certainly tough to call from our angle.
Yep. Where's it at? Okay. Whoa. Stop, buddy. Talk to it. It can do different stuff. That's the flow.
Looks like they're hoping it slows down.
Yeah, it looks pretty quick from where we're sitting.
So not the way he was planning to get
No.
2 in the center and somewhat separated, but
Lee's gotta make it. He's gotta make a shot on this.
Yeah, the top rock is covered slightly.
Yeah.
it's
not an easy shot.
I mean, if it weren't for the fact that everything is now sort of in the back of the house, that's almost better than leaving it top house, because now you've just got that much less of a line at the double.
Pretty good. Hey, line's good. It's got a curl actually. Not yet. Yep. Yep.
I do appreciate a team from Canada wearing Maple Leaf matching shirts with leaves on them.
And you know the other
Sounds appropriate.
the other
Seems
team,
appropriate.
the other team from Canada was sporting those really nice Argyle sweater vests.
Oh, yes, I saw
Yes,
those.
yes.
Those were impressive.
Those were. But I'm like shirts the best over on sheet A.
I didn't even notice those.
Yes. Now I know I know at least Ryan and Simone are Canadian.
Whoa. Stay close.
I don't know their teammates at all.
Whoa.
But yeah, I think Lee may win for best dress. All right, so Lee is going to wreck. He was a little bit narrow. Craig now has a draw for 3.
Rob Young points out that it's a gay event. Of course they're going to come coordinated.
I mean, I wasn't doubting that.
That's a hell of a point, yeah.
If there was ever going to be a Best Dressed award for a Bombspiel, there has to be one.
There's got to be one.
I'm sure tomorrow one of those will probably be handed out. I don't know what all festivities are planned, but that's got to be part of it. If Courtney was in charge, there's going to be some kind of attire award, I'm pretty sure.
Probably. So I would assume that, I guess there's a guard there. I would assume that the back yellow is not biting because they're not attempting the hit. They're going for the draw.
Well, I think the hit would be really hard anyway.
That's true.
It's pretty buried. So Craig just needs to get full 8-foot, and they'll be right back in this. That's not to say even if he doesn't get it, they're still going to be right back in it.
Looks light. Need to drag it.
Ah, it's going to be close.
Coming in real nice.
I think they're going to. No.
Oh, just short.
Oh,
just
it
short.
looked like it was good all the way.
It sure
and
did.
It did.
Just half a rock short.
Well, Craig did his part on that one, I think it's safe to say. He threw a good rock.
Yes.
Just came a wee bit short, so after 3 ends now, that's a 2 for Team Marquardt. Makes score 3-2, Gallo over Marquardt. Got some scoring updates, Frank. What do we got
Big end
here?
on sheet C. Was that 4 in the third end?
A steal of 4.
Steal of 4 for Michael Ray's team. Now they're up 5-1.
Yes, that's team She Doesn't Even Curl here. Brandon Neff, Michael Ray, and Wilson Coe and Peter Van Buren.
That's a solid 5 and under team right there.
Yes, it is. Actually, no. Brandon's above 5.
Is he really?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I stand corrected. Frank, you playing 5 and unders this year?
I will be playing in the Dykes.
Very good. That's an exotic Utica this year?
The Dykes,
No, Dykes are here.
Oh, Jesus. I'm thinking of...
Dykes were in Utica last year.
Yeah, they were in last year. That's right. Yeah, the Dykes are here, of course. I should know those things.
Yeah, I'm not going to pass by a 5 and under at our home club. So.
Right. You going to play in the Kaiser?
I don't think so.
I did. Have you played in one?
I played in the Kaiser when it was here.
Uh-huh.
I haven't traveled to a Kaiser.
I traveled to a Kaiser. It was fine.
It was
I
fine.
mean,
Yeah.
I mean, it was a Bombspiel. Like,
Right.
if other things hadn't gone on at that particular Kaiser, it would have been fine. Like,
Gotcha.
If you've got a team, I recommend it. If you would have to struggle to find a team, then
Yeah.
it's not,
Not worth it?
You're not stressed. No, I wouldn't stress over it.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going to be at the Dykes because they're not that far apart. Travel and time off work and all that stuff.
While Andy's about to hit, or about to take a shot, either you have any Bombspiel aways on the calendar yet?
Not away yet.
Not away yet?
There's talk of doing a rally or a Bucks County, but we don't really haven't planned it yet.
Mike, anything for you?
So my team is looking into the Schenectady 10 and under.
Uh-huh.
We're all in the sort of 7 and 8 year experience range.
That'd be
Very
fun.
cool. I never got to do that.
Schenectady's a nice club.
It is a nice club.
I've been there actually for a Dykes and a Kaiser are the main things I've been there for. Wouldn't mind getting back.
Nice deep come around there.
Yeah, good line. Gets behind the
Yeah.
guard nicely.
Nice pair by Andy.
Is all the way in the back of the house, but it's counting.
I just committed to playing in the outdoor Bombspiel in Stanley, Idaho.
Outdoor.
Yes.
That's
Idaho.
fun.
Yes. The end of January. It's about a 2-hour drive northeast of Boise.
Is this the first outdoor Bombspiel you'll ever play in? Or have you
Yes.
played one before?
It is the first outdoor Bombspiel I will ever play.
What's the expected temperature range?
It's sometimes the coldest spot in the continental U.S.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. It also is in a town of a population of 63.
So the
63.
Bombspiel could very well be bigger than the rest of the town at that point.
Yes, that's how they tout it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've not been. I have some friends that went to somewhere on Lake Superior for an outdoor
outdoor?
Bombspiel. It was called Superior. I don't know if it was actually on Lake Superior
Yeah.
or somewhere in that vicinity. They actually had to move parts of it indoors because it ended up being too warm.
Ain't that a kick in the
I was
head.
curious how the ice conditions are outdoors.
Unpredictable.
Unpredictable is a good word, a good way to describe it, I guess.
Yep. Well, the Marquardt team's got this line down ice cold. 3 really nice rocks in the center of the house.
Opposite of unpredictable over here.
That's right. It's forcing Gallo to come down and freeze.
I'm curious why Gallo's coming the opposite turn, though.
Yeah.
I can see it why it's more exposed on that side.
Oh, yeah, just slightly, you're right.
What do you guys think about just peeling that center guard off?
You gotta go for line. For line.
Nah, I think I would throw the
You want to throw?
the
You want to
freeze.
throw the freeze?
Hard for line.
The curl is there. I mean,
It's
he's
gonna
going to
be
peel
really
it now
tight.
anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little tick.
It's okay.
We're getting commentary in the chat about playing on outdoor ice.
Yes.
The first comment was just that the ice conditions are just terrible, question mark. With some further elaboration that sweeping does nothing on outdoor ice.
Sweeping does nothing.
Unless there's literally debris in the way, right?
Unless you're actually just shoveling the
Snow
ice.
or what have you.
Got to get these leaves away.
Well, nonetheless, it'll be a good time.
That's the only Bombspiel you have planned? I can't see that's possible.
I'm heading to St. John, New Brunswick in a week and a half.
Oh, nice.
Yes, playing in the 39th annual Lighthouse Bombspiel. It's an 8-sheet club in St. John, New Brunswick. It's an all-men's Bombspiel. A lot of the teams from Belfast go up there to play. So
Oh, right, sorry. I was thinking St. John's, Newfoundland for a moment, but
Nope.
now I realize.
Well, it's funny. They actually say in the invitation, make sure you don't book your plane tickets to go to St. John's instead of St. John, or else you'll be about 600 miles in the wrong direction. Yeah.
I mean, Newfoundland, Labrador
To get clarification.
seem like wonderful places, but it also seemed like the kind of place you really don't want to end up just accidentally.
No, not at all. Not at all.
So I was going to start maybe making Newfie jokes, but since you're going to New Brunswick, I'll just leave it there.
And then I'm going to do men's playdowns this year at TCC, and that's my calendar. I got to play up in Bismarck over the summer.
I saw that.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Saw the Northern Lights, right?
Oh, whatever it was majestic.
Whoa!
One of the guys on my team has an app that tells you where light pollution is or isn't.
Yes.
So we used that, and he's an excellent photographer. And I thought he had the double, but I didn't see that back in there. So we took some fantastic photos just in the middle of some road right north of the Standing Rock Indian Reservation. We were out taking photos for about 2.5 hours on that trip.
With no light pollution whatsoever.
Nothing. We literally had to
amazing.
stop because the only light pollution was coming from the moon, and then we had to stop.
Moon light pollution, nice.
Yes. You stupid moon.
Can't do anything about the moon.
Nope.
Well, it'll take a while. Takes some doing.
Yeah.
So.
Looks like Craig's going to hit this rock in the back 8 foot.
Looking a little quiet.
It's going to sit.
If they can hold this line, they're going to be in some pretty good shape, but I think it's starting.
It's just going to curl too much, I think.
Oh, just misses it.
Just misses the tick.
Just a touch more weight, I think that would have been really nice. Scoring update on sheet D. Nick Smith and his rink from Potomac get 2 in the third. Makes the score 5-2. The Potomac and Oakville rink over the Potomac rink. Skip's popping out. You know that's going to be super late. They're trying really hard to get it. They're dragging the heck out of it.
Look at that.
Pretty nice spot there. They really, other than that, they're sitting too. They made something out of nothing there.
Yeah, they did.
That was a team shot.
Pure muscle.
It's a sport, Dex, aren't it? I'm telling you.
Not just a sport, but that's a team sport. Like, everyone on the team had to do their job to get that rock to
That's
get a
right.
point there.
This needs to come over for the Marquardt team. I think they're just going to play a little tap if it rolls behind that rock on the 12-foot. Okay, not too bad. Still in play in the back 12. Marquardt's now sitting 1 with that shot.
You want to raise our top? You want to raise our top? I think they're shot. It's shot right now. Yeah. I think we got to hit it. We want to keep it. So you want to throw control? What kind of weight? Backline or half?
Looks like they're going for the hit and roll.
Sure looks
Off
like
the
it.
yellow.
Yep.
Discussion about the tap on the top 12 foot.
I like this instead. I like this hit instead. Make him chase.
Ooh, that is really taking off on them.
It sure is.
They're holding it though.
They are holding it. It's pretty good from our vantage point.
Yeah, looks like it's not going to roll.
All right, right on the nose.
Does the job.
Red sitting 2 again. So I see the rubber chicken getting passed back and forth. How do you win that one?
So the chicken is by shooting a double
Okay.
takeout, and
Okay.
the box is for a clean draw to the 4th.
Aha.
And there will be a random time called by the Bombspiel coordinator.
Gotcha.
That at that time, whatever team is in possession of the chicken and/or the box wins them. And if a team is in possession of both, then they pick one, and the other one will go back up for grabs.
Aha.
Cannot win both prizes.
Aha.
Mystery box, probably one of the favorite of the sort of Potomac Bombspiel promotions.
Oh, I think it's a wonderful concept. Absolutely. I won the box game one time at a big spiel, and we won. Each of us won these very large, sparkly pillows, and my pug loves it. It's like her second bed. Not a bad miss.
Yeah,
I thought it was going to be corner frozen, yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be a bit of a...
Slightly covering.
Yep. Not a bad miss by Skip Craig Marquardt on that one. I mean, if Lee Gallo hits this, then...
Yeah, there is a chance for Red to
bit
sit
of a-
3 after
yeah.
this, but
Tight guard. Draws okay.
You got to hit it just right. Nose or across it. Lee's been shooting pretty good tonight, so if I was a betting man, one, I wouldn't be betting on curling because that would be incredibly stupid. But
Really? I would think that there's.
I think it's too unpredictable at certain levels. You disagree?
Well, no, I don't disagree with that that assessment. I think, especially in your typical sort of social bonspiel, you really never know. Even a skilled curler might have various environmental factors affecting their shot.
Well, you wouldn't bet on this level, but would you bet on the top elite level?
Like, would I go to the MGM booking room and bet on that?
I mean, I
probably would because I think we would know more than the bookies would.
Probably.
Maybe. I could definitely see myself putting money down on, like, the Briar.
Yeah, yeah. I retract my previous statement. But yeah, I think most curlers would, because I would wager that.
Allison in the chat even suggests that we ask Frank about his fantasy curling team.
Huh.
My fantasy curling team is
on Curling Zone.
On the Curling Zone?
I know there was at one point fantasy curling on Curling Zone, but you were doing fantasy curling.
This is a fan run, self-run kind of deal.
I see.
I had first round pick. Of the whole league, so I obviously took Team Gushu.
Of course.
But my other teams aren't doing so hot besides them.
Well, I was in a fantasy congress one year.
What does that mean?
That means everybody had to pick a
congressman?
Well, it was a couple. Everybody had to pick one person from the leadership, one senator, like 2 congressmen.
This is the U.S. government?
Yeah.
Okay.
One freshman, and then there was one that was I think it was just like you could pick anybody you wanted.
Well, you got to have a flex position on every fantasy.
That's true.
So how do you score points?
You would score points. I'm trying to remember.
Yes,
like,
no votes?
It was yes or no votes. If you voted against your party's majority, if you were quoted in like 4 or 5 major publications. If you sponsored a bill that passed, if you co-sponsored a bill that passed. But the winner got a Harry Blackman bobblehead.
Who's Harry Blackman?
Former Supreme Court Justice.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yes.
Do you possess this bobblehead?
No, I do not. I believe former Potomac Curling Club member Kathy Dunn was the winner of the Harry Blackman bobblehead. But it was a hoot. It really was. Because if you picked some crazies who really just wanted to get their name out there, then you would clean up in that, getting quoted in the major publications. Or if you had like a rogue senator who would sometimes vote against his party on principle.
What's the length of the season in this thing?
Oh man, I think it was 1 calendar year, or right after the elections to the half
following.
Yeah, it wasn't a 2-year thing. I think it was a 1-year thing. I think it was a couple years ago. I don't quite remember.
Well, this is the hammer shot for.
Oh yeah, there's a curling match going on, isn't there? And here we are talking about fantasy.
It's like he needs to come around this guard and tap this yellow out, letting it curl. Get a piece.
Do they get a piece? Oh, I thought they might have a piece in the second. Even
yeah, no kidding. It's going to be looks like 1 from our vantage point.
That I think is going to be the one end that we're going to be able to call it from the overhead.
Yes, hard. Yes, hard. Boy, keep going. All the way. All the way.
So Craig only lets Team Gallo take 1 in the 4th end there.
A good force.
Yeah.
Take it out.
On sheet C, we
got
got
showing Stacy the Cubs score there.
I am.
And is it good for the Cubs or not?
It is good for the Cubs. They're up by a field goal in the 9th.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I mean, I guess if you're a Cubs fan, it's not unfortunate.
Are you not a Cubs fan?
I'm a Nationals fan.
Ah.
I don't have anything against the Cubs, except I'd rather they not beat the Nationals. I also know the Washington Nationals are the best baseball team that will probably never make an NLCS in my lifetime. So,
They're like the Capitals of baseball.
They are. That's
Capitals of baseball.
Except they never get eliminated by Pittsburgh, surprisingly
true.
enough. I would be okay with that.
Well, if it does make you feel any better, Pittsburgh in their first 2 games have given up 15 goals.
Oh, I saw that.
Whoa.
Yeah. They lost to the Blackhawks yesterday, 10-1.
10-1.
Is Fleury still the goaltender? Or they
No, Fleury went to Las Vegas.
Yeah, he went to Las Vegas.
Oh, I
That's
didn't
right.
know that.
Yeah.
So who's the new goaltender? I don't know.
So Matt Murray, who was their sort of backup last year, is their starter now, and then Antti Niemi came up from Wilkes-Barre Scranton.
Oh, nice.
All the way. All the way.
I think maybe I'm.
Giving up 15 in the first 2 games, though. That's going to be a long
Yeah,
season.
Deadspin said that they needed to find a third goalie because their first 2 both have severe burns from that red light going on behind them all the time.
This is for the cause.
Put some sunscreen on.
Lots of lines, just wait.
I can actually say that I've been to a football game that did not have that many points scored. And I always think of that because at the end of that football game, the final score of which was 6-4.
6-4.
2 safeties?
2 safeties to 2 field goals and several missed field goals in this game. It was
Right.
not a good game at all.
Yeah, no.
One of the coaches then said in his press conference, 6-4 is not much of a football game. That'd be a heck of a hockey game, though. And I have then since seen several hockey games that went to like 7-5
Yep.
or 10-1. More points scored.
Wow. While Andy Inglis throws his second rock of end number 5, just want to report we've got a scoring update on sheet A. Let's see here. The team from We Love Sue Mitchell steals another one in the 3rd. They're up 3-1 after 4.
Nice center guard there.
Was that the called shot?
I actually don't remember what the called shot was. Didn't see what the called shot was. But they're sitting shot, and they've got a nice tight guard right on the center line.
Gallo's trying to come behind it, though.
They have the hammer, so it's not ideal for them, but it does help at the moment.
Yep.
No, isn't bad either.
Looks like it's a little light and/or curling a little early, but
Curling
I have a
way
really
early.
long view. Oh yeah, it's just not gonna. Just gonna add to that line. So the Red Rocks all joining that line over there.
Blocking that yellow in there.
So Cray's going to try to come around that center guard.
Hard, all the way hard. Real hard. No roll, no roll.
And we've now got 10 people watching the
Yes.
live stream.
Double
We are
digits.
officially in the double digits.
Yes. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to the 9 o'clock draw, the 4th game of the Glitter Bombspiel here at the National Capital Curling Center, home of the Potomac Curling Club. So I also want to interject from the point we were talking about earlier about Fantasy Congress. It was so I did this like about 6 years ago then.
Okay.
According to Kathy Dunn, who just sent me a text because she just chimed in. So she was one of the 10 people.
She was also in this fantasy congress?
Yes, she was the one who was actually coaxed us all into doing it.
So she was the one tracking the scores? And
No.
providing-
It was actually done by law school students at Georgetown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes it
Because
easier.
nobody in law school would have anything better to do with their time.
Right.
Well, they were a bit slow on sometimes on tracking the score. But we did our draft actually at the club.
No control.
I remember that.
So there you go, folks. If you wanted to know what sorts of really awesome shenanigans we get up to down here in the
Yes.
National Capital Curling Center, Fantasy Congress. That's our thing.
No, I remember I made a really bad move that year when I was choosing my leadership guy, and I went with Eric Cantor. It was a bad move. because he didn't get a lot of points from me at all.
We did get a sort of official sort of endorsement or celebration from the Sue Mitchell.
Did we?
After you announced that the team that loves Sue Mitchell was winning,
Yes.
she, of course, said, yay, me.
Hooray!
So
Yeah, you.
tonight, we are all Sue Mitchell. Except for the team on the ice that just loves her. They aren't her. This looking like a much better shot than their last one.
Indeed, it is.
But what are they going to do about that yellow in the back of the house? It doesn't look like it's like they're going to be
I
able to
think they're just
get
going
it
to
out.
try to outcount it.
Just outcount it?
Yeah.
Oh, not as much finish at the end of that one.
Oh, I'm
good weight,
surprised
really
too.
good weight.
Yeah.
All of it, right? Okay, hit.
Craig could really stick him with a dagger here with a hit and flop under here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all the way. Bring it guys, all the way.
But that shot is a clean draw of the 4-foot, so Team Gallo is in charge of the box.
I'm surprised we didn't hear a loud box call over the mics.
Some teams are a
disappointed.
little stealthy with the box call. They don't want anyone to know that they are sneaking over to steal it.
This is going to be a very nice shot by Judy, right on the schnoz. Very nice. Marquardt's now sitting 2.
Yeah.
High guard. Maybe a little more. A little more?
So I think Aaron Med, the vice skip for Team Gallo, is going to try to just knock this guy out and roll behind that center guard.
I think actually the call was roll away.
Roll away. Interesting.
At least that's where he tapped his broom. I'm not sure.
I mean, I would have
He
wanted
might
to
be
roll.
saying this is also okay.
We're going to have to hold the heck out of that line. I think they're wrecking. And they are.
Wreck, and, they jam on their own stone in
Oh,
there.
boy. Well, Craig's now sitting 2.
Oops, that's the upside-down house cam. That's the correct house cam.
Craig playing the smart move here right now, throwing up a guard. It's the conservative move. I guess you can't see as much of that red rock in the 8-foot as you think.
I'd be tempted to go for it.
I'm right there with you, Frank. I would too.
This team's pretty good. You got to take advantage of the potential here.
Yeah.
Got a girl line.
But I
It's
guess
pretty
then
low
if the,
risk, too. I mean, if you go after it and you miss, you don't really hurt yourself too much. I guess you could if
I mean,
you
you
miss
potentially
poorly enough and
promote
jam.
them into you potentially run their guard into one of yours in the house.
but nonetheless, this shot is a beauty.
Oh, yeah.
Covers shot rock perfectly.
Yeah, so if you're looking to protect shot rock, that's doing the job.
Absolutely.
Teams seem to be taking their time a lot on these early rocks. This end. Is there a time limit on this game?
No. This is the last game of the night. There is not a time limit. I think with a 16-team Bombspiel, you can kind of get away with not having a time limit.
Yeah.
That's a nice luxury to have.
Yeah, 16's a good number for what's supposed to be a sort of smallish, casual Bombspiel.
Yes.
Last I heard, we had 14 signed up for Embassy Row. So if you had,
So we got 16 now.
nice.
Good.
Our friends from Pittsburgh and CCVA just signed up.
Awesome. Well, then I will not continue that plea for more teams because we would really want to have 17. That'd just be really awkward.
Are they cutting it off, or is it still open?
Open till August. Open till October the 8th.
October 8th.
Yep.
Oh, well, that's Sunday.
So potentially,
If you're gonna sign up, bring 7 more with you.
yeah,
I'll just say that. 7 more
or
teams.
at least 2. One more.
And we're gonna do pool play for the Embassy Row, if my memory serves me right.
Oh, that's cool.
That
Yeah,
is what
which
the
is the
coordinators are trying to do. Yeah.
Yep. Never done it.
I've
I take
never
that back.
played
I
like
have
that.
done. I've done pool play. I really liked it.
So to pool of 4 teams?
Yeah, 4 pools of 4.
That'd be interesting.
When I played in Denver this year, and we did 4 pools of 8. But they had a very complicated way of how to, play.
Right.
Your,
So you didn't play a 7-game round robin
No.
in your pool, right? I really don't want to see what the intro looks like for the Bombspiel with the 7-game guarantee.
Greg's discussing this one. Taking just as long as Lee did.
They're still sitting 2. Let's see here. Craig's got 2 rocks to throw.
So Goldberg says in the Midwest it would still be $100 and still have free beer.
It's true. It's so true. That's a place I have not played in Wisconsin yet, and I don't know how I've gotten away this so far without doing that.
I would have bet that you had.
No. Gone to Minnesota a bunch of times, but Wisconsin's on the bucket list.
Any specific club?
Nope. Well, I mean, Madison's like the mothership. So
Gotcha.
that would be the place to go. I think Milwaukee would be fun to play, and I've also been told to play in the men's spiel in Centerville, which I hear is pretty fun. But I always like to get to at least one new city every season. And
That's a good goal.
yeah, I've been pretty successful with it. I'll be clicking off 2 new cities this year. So
This year's the one in Idaho.
yeah, Idaho and St. John. And then the Bismarck in July. And then I also played in the Coastal Carolinas Club in Wilmington, North Carolina this year over the summer as well. That was an interesting Bombspiel.
Like the point spiel?
No,
Or they not do that anymore? Or is that the one that they have done like that?
I have no idea.
Because I've seen flyers for, I think it was at Coastal Carolina, the beach spiel, or it was like a one-day.
The Lighthouse, yeah, they expanded it.
Oh,
Yeah. It was interesting because they didn't have pins in the house or sidelines.
So,
You didn't measure.
or you could go really wide if you wanted to.
Yes. But it was a good group of people. It's a small club. They put on a really good show for us. They had one of the best raffles I've ever been to. And we even got to go to the beach. So you can't go wrong with any of those things.
No.
And the beer and wine was included.
Can't beat that.
definitely can't go wrong with that.
Nope.
The little team there puts up a pretty nice guard to cover any shenanigans on those 2 redstones.
Oh, yeah.
Any way to try to maybe promote those to the middle.
I think it was a smart move. You don't want to do. You don't want to be over. I mean, you're sitting 2. It's a conservative play.
Gonna force Team Red to go on new ice.
Yeah. And Craig's a smart guy. We all know
I
that.
don't know that.
So I like it. I like the tactics. This forces Lee to make a pretty tough wide draw. And, you know, if he sticks it out, then you could potentially set him up for a hit for 3.
Set Craig up.
Yeah, set Craig up, exactly. But, you know, this is just a draw, I think, to cut him down. It's already fallen off the line.
It looks like he just didn't get out far enough.
No, not at all. I think it was very narrow.
Maybe a little. No, it's already inside the guards.
Yep.
So not even a double tap possibility. Just jumps up the middle a bit.
Yeah, it's going to force Craig Depp to come.
Take that wide draw.
The wide
if he
draw.
could nestle the one on the back, then he would get his 3. Looks easier said than done, though.
Yeah.
Scoring update on sheet Charlie. It appears that the Michael Ray rink has scored a single in the 5th. That makes the score 6-2. Ray over Dobbs. And scoring update on sheet D. The Britt O'Neill rink is pouring it on. They scored another, looks like 3 in the 4th. That makes the score 8-2 after 4. O'Neill over Smith. Oh, Frank, we got an update on how much love Sue Mitchell is getting. Looks like they just keep piling it on. We love Sue Mitchell and stole another 2 in the 5th.
Oh, another 2.
Another 2. So it's now 5-1. The We Love Sue Mitchell rank from Orlando and Atlanta over the club from Potomac, skipped by Ryan Kennedy.
Craig's hammer shot just barely coming up short.
Oh man, a second hammer in a row, or their second hammer he's had where that happened. That looked really good. Tough break, yeah.
But he tied it up.
He tied it up.
4-4.
It's nice that the closest game is on the feature sheet.
Yeah.
Let's say they did that on purpose. Good job, guys.
Whoever made the draw knew it was going to happen?
And, you know, yeah, exactly. All right, here goes Andy Ingles with his first rock in and at number 6. We got a tie score here, 4 apiece after 5 ends. Looking to plunk a center guard up. It's really got to come over to make that successful.
Nice shot.
And it's center-ish.
Yeah.
I call that center.
Yeah.
It's in the 4-foot zone there.
Control.
Pretty aggressive. They're coming right into the... I guess it's less aggressive if they don't throw up the corner guard.
Well, it seems like Lee, every time they've had the hammer, they've played behind that center guard. Kind of, I guess, a slow, conservative play to do it.
Since this being the first weekend of the season, my head's out of the strategy a little bit. We got to refresh everything.
You also got to play the shots you can make.
That's
true.
So,
exactly right.
If you throw up the corner guards, but you just don't have draw weight down, you're not going to get your 2.
It's an
But
excellent
if you just
point.
play up the middle, you can play for 1 and play your junky ends and, you know.
Play your taps if you want to.
Oh, yeah.
So, I just want to say that we just got a message from Aaron Med A friend of his commenting that the commentators are hilarious. So good job, gentlemen.
Definitely the Fantasy Congress talk.
That always gets him, I swear.
You always learn something new when you tune in to the Potomac Curling Club webcast.
Mike, how many listeners we got right now?
So right now we're at 11, but I do believe that at some point we did have 12.
12, holy cats.
The Dirty Dozen watching the curling. Is that a little split for 2?
It sure is.
Close.
It doesn't look like the one on the center line is in, but it is quite close.
Yeah, kind of like Craig is looking to play the hit and roll.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm Craig, I'm really happy with the way things are shaping up right now.
Yeah, the last few ends have really gone his way. 3, 4, and 5. He got his 2, got a force, got his 2.
Yeah,
Like,
textbook. Ken Watson is smiling down on him right now. Stacy's shot looks pretty wide.
This is the line that curls a lot, though. On those
That's true. You're right. Look at that. It is really coming over. Well, I stand corrected.
catch that edge.
That's
They're
perfect.
Gonna roll.
It's
Look
going
at
to roll
that.
right under
Really,
there.
really great shot. It is a corner biter, though, and we know those can haunt you. But still, nonetheless, really nice shot by Stacy Tedesco. Called it right out of his hand. Typically thinks he's a bit narrow. They're holding the line, though.
Just not gonna
Oh,
hold
just barely got it. And just barely missed that biter. I thought they were going to have that. I thought they were going to hold that line. Scoring update on sheet D. Team Smith is clawing back. They just picked up a 4 spot in the 5th end. The score is now Britt O'Neill's rink 8 and Nick Smith, his team from Potomac, 6. Here's Stacy's second rock and end number 6. The line's kind of falling apart a little bit.
What's the call?
I think they just wanted to junk up the front to take that straight run back away. She was narrow.
Yeah, it's going to overcurl, too.
So no dice there.
Blocking a draw, at least.
So Lee is just going to call a nose hit on the red. And pop that yellow out. Or pop that yellow out. If you're watching from Royal Canadian and Port Arthur Credit Club. Again, the guys are on it immediately. And they're holding that line.
Whoa! Whoa!
And good dunk. Good dunk.
Good shot.
Great shot. Oh, that red rock rolled to a really nice spot.
Yeah, behind the 2 yellow guards.
Yeah. Boy, that end changed real quick right now.
Yeah, that biter's now
I told you.
potential point.
I told you.
Yep.
And then here's where you got to think: do you go after the biter? Because it's so silly, but it's
I
a
know.
scoring rock at the moment.
It is a scoring rock. And you can't get to the other one right now.
This one's just not going to have the weight.
This
No.
is going to promote something.
I don't even think it's going to promote anything.
I think it's just light and tight.
Team Gallo is going to try the same draw. I think Craig needs to start thinking about opening up that. Well, no, he doesn't have the hammer, so maybe he doesn't.
Yeah,
need to
don't open it up.
He just needs to get one. Get one in,
He needs to be able to use that center guard. If they get one draw in, then they're going to be sitting pretty, but that's going to make it harder now, where that shooter just spilled over to the left. So maybe you do go after that biter now.
Shot stone is covered. The biter, you could roll in a little bit off the biter, but the biter's behind the tee line. So
yeah. I mean, you got plenty of room to plunk another one in.
With enough weight on the biter, you can get into the 8-foot.
Yeah, I think that's what he's going to do.
He might just be
I
drawing.
think he's drawing to the 8-foot.
That's not a bad plan either.
No.
That's true.
Haven't played out this far with the draws. This is going to be a tough shot for Judy, but
my first thought is it looks pretty heavy, but maybe this
She
is
might go after the biter.
that's going to go out of bounds.
Oh, yeah.
And the official throws the penalty flag on that kick out of bounds.
Would that be illegal procedure?
I think kickoff out of bounds is considered an illegal procedure.
Yes.
Isn't the easier draw to the 8-foot on the opposite side of the sheet between the two yellows?
I don't know, actually.
Seems like that's closer to the center line.
But you got less to hit off of. Well, this could be very advantageous for Craig's team now.
Yeah.
Now that they're behind the center line, just play a simple freeze. Oh, simple freeze,
Yeah, I was gonna
right?
say simple.
Yeah, silly me.
I mean, mechanically simple. You
Yes.
just put one rock on top of the other rock. And
Theoretically simple, yes.
The idea is there.
Simple if you're the one standing in the warm room behind the glass.
That's what he's going to do. This is Craig's first skip rock of the end.
So here's a draw that could really reshape the end. Craig just has to make a freeze to the shot that was just thrown by Team Gallo.
Strippers are off of it. This is going to be a little wide.
Well, the hit's not the end of the world either, but it also sticking out. Yeah.
it's going to hit the wrong side of it and just,
Ooh.
it's not going to move it.
Not the outcome you wanted.
But if you were listening closely, you heard that cowbell in the background. That is the official end, I believe, of the chicken and box game.
It is the end of the chicken and box game.
And so I see the box is over on sheet D with the red team.
And yeah, who's got the chicken?
Chicken's on sheet C.
Chicken's on C yellow.
So I actually don't know what either prize is represented by either of those objects, but those teams are each going to win a prize at the end of this draw. I think we should just make the box game our thing. I mean, I think historically we'd really only ever done it at the Big Spiel.
Yeah.
But I think we should just make it a Potomac thing, like Schenectady has the make miss. And
The make miss.
What's
Yeah.
that?
What's that?
so you buy in to the game as a team,
Okay.
and you get 3 strikes or 3 lives.
Yeah.
And what will happen is your team will be called during a game. 2 teams will be called. One, they'll just pick someone who's in the hack, and one team will get the make, and one team will get the miss. And if it's a make, then the team on the make stays in, and the team that's on the miss gets a strike. And or vice versa. And if you're the last team left with not 3 X's on your little slip, then you win your entry fee back.
Wow.
That's
That's
pretty
pretty nice. That beats winning a sparkly pillow for your dog. Unless you're the dog.
Oh, your dog likes it.
Yeah, the dog likes it, yeah. The dog's not going to do anything with that money. Other than buy more sparkly pillows. So that's another counter for Team Gallo. Craig really needs to get rid of something right now to avoid a
4 rocks.
big end.
Yes. 4 red in the house. With the hammer still to come.
Yeah, he can bail himself out pretty easily here. Well, not easily. Simply, I guess. If he can hit that top red right next to the broom, get a little roll inside, he can really force himself in there for a steal.
Right.
Yeah.
And if not, or at least get a yellow in the house somewhere to turn this from a 4 into a 1 or a 2.
Yeah.
Scoring update on sheet A. Potomac is now tied it in the 6th with a 4 spot. That is now a tie score of 5-5 after 6. All right, there's Craig with his last rock in end number 6. Looking to hit something.
Heavyweight.
Line's tight.
Is it? I think it's outside.
No. And I was looking at the wrong one. Is he going to get one?
Get the double. Oh, he got the biter.
He got the biter out, too. All right.
So if the game was still on, that would have been a double takeout for the chicken.
Oh, you're right. He's just going to throw his draw for 1, draw to sit 3. Probably has backing here, right? You can come down to that red.
Oh, yeah.
Try again. A little more.
Doesn't look in from our angle. But again, we don't have the best angle.
We're on the button.
From the overhead, it looks like it's close. If I was out there, I would probably get the biter bar, unless from out there it's very obvious.
So all that Lee needs to do is touch paint. Aaron's coming out to help out.
Touch
That's never a
paint
good sign.
Is iffy at the moment.
But they are dragging the hell out of it. No, they're not going to make it.
Not going to make it.
Nope. Good try.
So that is 2 or 3 for red.
Judy's going to get the biter bar. All right, place your bets, guys. What do you think? I vote no.
I'm going to vote yes.
You're going to vote yes. All right, Mike, you're the tiebreaker.
That is really tough to tell. I think I can see enough white in there that I'm going to say no.
Yep.
But that white could be like under the stone from our little fisheye lens. But I'm going to say no.
Biter bar. Biter bar.
This looks like it might be one of those spots where the skips have basically agreed that it's not in or is in, whatever. But the vices are the ones that have to make the decision. So.
All right, so Mike and I say no. Frank says yes.
Oh.
Judy says no.
Start. And let's see. Here we go.
Rob Young votes in, so we've got another vote from the chat for in. That looks like an out. It looks
That's
like it
an
went
out.
right past.
It went right past it.
All the way.
So that's going to be 2 for Team Gallo.
Keep going.
That gets their 2 there.
Yeah, just 2. We got a scoring update on sheet C. Looks like Michael Dobbs' rink has just gotten a 2 in the 6th end. They are now down 6-4 over Michael Ray's rink in going into end number 7.
Skip coming out to help on this one really far down the sheet.
First rock of the end. They need to get it over the hog there.
That's
Mine's okay. Very soon. Whoa. Whoa. That's good. That's good. It's happening. We don't want it to take hard.
This one also looking like it's coming out kind of slow.
They're not sweeping it though.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not slow for not making it into play.
Little taps, okay. All right, ladies, let it go. Thank you.
That's actually nice guard line. Putting up the corner guard.
I think Red is back in control of this game. They got a momentum start now, taking a potential 4.
Right again. Up. Yeah. Yep. Hard. All right. You get it right in here. Whoa. Yep.
And that did something crazy right at the end.
Looked like it picked or reversed. It did something to reverse handle and swing off the center line.
Top 4.
Really working hard to get the rocks over the hog line in this end.
And he's going to come behind his corner.
Whoa.
Attempt to come behind his corner.
Whoa. Yep. That's hard. Yep. Guys. Yep. Whoa. Where? See if you can get any dog off that yellow.
I just don't know why we don't touch with the same hand.
Still there.
So is the
Play like back
double
eight.
corner like that a good idea? It can't be.
Back 8. Back out.
No, it definitely wasn't what they were trying to do. They were trying to come around.
But the result is not
The
good,
result is not ideal. It really just gives Red another spot to hide one now. They're trying to come around their own side.
Off the line, just for weight.
It's also just kind of a waste of stuff.
Gas. Hard. Deep as you can get it. Sweep
It's like
backwards.
maybe an overcorrection on the weight this time.
Keep
Unless
going.
they don't think
Keep
they
going.
were going for a
Hard.
They might check at the end.
Up.
Probably gets that one out.
Draw. Thank you for sweeping. Really thank you. We can still get there. Hey, Christine. That wasn't a bad shot. Don't be late.
Stacy's first rock at the end, coming behind the corner again.
It's gonna crash. Whoa. Yeah. Yep. Whoa.
And again, it looks like they're heading right at the corner guards.
That'd be a good promote. No. Yeah, that's not ideal.
So now the shooter is closer to the center line, and the two corners are both stacked on each other and really wide out. So they really don't have a corner
Those are
guard.
like, yeah, those two corners are guarding the 12-foot.
And the center one. So they really don't have. They started with one really pretty solid corner guard, and now they've 3 rocks in. They really don't have any good corner guards.
Yeah. Potentially peeling their, promoting their yellow, maybe.
Line is lots of line. Just for weight. Hard. Yep. Keep going, guys. Yep. Hard.
Looks like they might have found draw weight here on the red team.
3 sweepers again.
Sweepers again, but they're pulling this into the house where it needs to be. Might peek out behind the guard a bit.
Great shot.
Nice draw weight.
Craig wants to get rid of it. Oh, coming down to it. Just make the freeze.
Easy freezing.
Yep, fine. Where?
Craig yelling, yep, line, but that rock really just needed to curl over more. Unless it didn't have the weight, and we're just trying to get it to the tee there.
He might have been trying to go behind it then. I don't know.
Because I would have just let it kind of roll over on top of it, but
Yeah.
not a bad spot. Corner guards, or the high red guard's not really
It's a
protecting
shot
it
rock.
too much because of how high it is, but it is shot. Definitely is going to make Team Gallo deal with it, at least.
Not this rock, though. Looks like they're just going to try to draw.
We'll have to deal with it eventually because it is shot.
Coming now.
So deal with it by out counting it. Which they do.
Was that the call to come off there like that? I don't know.
I don't think the call was to rub it, but draw to out count it seems good. The shot stone exposed though.
I think Craig's going to try to roll behind that center guard.
Close. Stay close. Yep. Hard. Whoa. Pick it up, blow the other side. Whoa.
They do over curl, but they do hit it and roll against their other stone, so they're now sitting 2.
Kind of pop that one yellow farther behind their red. It's a little more guarded.
Yeah,
It does create a pocket.
The second shot stone is pretty well protected if it was by itself, but the shot stone gives them a way in, either into the button or just to sit down in there and cut out one stone. In there, lands in between the 2 yellow stones, takes out shot rock.
There's one to center red.
Second shot pushed even further towards the 12-foot circle, and the shooter sitting in, just touching the 4-foot circle for shot stone.
Jam, a lot of jam possibilities.
And from this angle, maybe only half, 2/3 exposed, not completely exposed. And because of how high the guard is, you could come around with a sort of down weight takeout. But as Frank here points out, a lot of bad things can go wrong there with your own stone behind the stone trying to take out. This
Needs
stone is on the
to
way.
cross the face, yeah. I think it's curling enough to get there, but
Oh, there's the jam, but they get a nice roll.
Great roll.
Right behind the center guard.
I think they'll be happy with that.
Yeah, that's a fair trade. You take out theirs and you essentially promote yours to the button. Not completely covered, but right in the center, and definitely covered enough that it's not the easiest shot to go after. Definitely not easy to hit and stay.
Are you tapping ours or theirs?
going to make this takeout.
Oh, they make it and they roll to, wow.
Great job. Good, thank you.
Welcome back, Joe. You're missing a heck of an end here.
I know. I just went to do some helping out in the kitchen and grab myself a cocktail and a couple of little pretzel bites, and yeah, I missed some hot curling action here. I mean, it was very important that I assisted one of our volunteers, Joe Wall, in making sure the buffalo chicken dip is going to come out perfectly, because buffalo chicken dip is vitally important.
Yes.
Oh, and I've heard it said that one of the finest reputations the Potomac Curling Club has is you never leave our Bombspiels hungry.
Darn tootin', man. Darn
Every
tootin'.
club has their own claim to fame. Ours is definitely you come in here and we just shove snacks in your face the whole time you're here.
I think that's a proud title to have.
And Fantasy Congress.
Fantasy Congress. I mean, it does make the most sense that we're the National Capital Curling Center.
Oh, you have to do something
have to.
capital related. I mean, we have our Embassy Row Bombspiel. Before that, we had the inaugural.
The inaugural.
And I believe years ago, the inaugural even had was it the Hanging Chad event?
Yes, you're correct.
The event where you pulled the rules out of how the end scored.
Yeah.
You pulled it out after the end was already over.
That sounds right.
Oh, man, that's tricky. Like, you're talking about, like, Inside Out and
that kind of stuff. That's like the stuff we do for New Year's
Hangover.
For the hangover spill. Yeah.
Inside Out or like only odd numbered rocks kind of. You didn't pull it out until all the rocks were already settled.
Yellow has the hammer here, but red is looking like potential steal.
Yeah, steal of anything could really put a damper on Marquardt trying to come back.
Yeah.
Especially if they're stealing two and potentially could get a third here.
Sue Mitchell agrees. She says true that about the food at PCC, but she does give, in terms of, I guess you could say pound for pound, she says per square kitchen inch, Plainfield wins.
That's true. That's very true.
Plainfield has a small kitchen?
Plainfield has a small everything.
That's true.
They also win in generous pours at their bar. Plainfield's got that down in spades. So Lee Gallo's going to put a third counter in and does so successfully. It's going to force Craig to, he's got two options. You could try to draw into that pile or you could just try to draw around his center guards.
Is this last
This is the
stone?
hammer.
Oh, so, but I like just trying to draw for the button here, but
Yeah.
That looks like the call.
We've seen hammers come up with odd weight, and so I could see definitely a case for just give it some weight and draw at the pile.
And then
you can be as heavy as you need to be, really.
Yeah, yeah. Scoring update on sheet A. Potomac has stole one in the 7th against Orlando Atlanta. That makes the score 6-5 with We Love Sue Mitchell coming home with the hammer.
Make it good. Make it good, guys. Let him roll this.
All right, here's Craig Marquardt with his hammer. This is a big shot for the game here. Not for the game, but it's indirectly
To save
for
the game.
To
If he
save
doesn't
the
make
game.
it, he could lose.
That's got to come over. That's going to reckon that high guard.
They're still sweeping
But
it,
it's
though.
also light.
It's off the
Past
guard.
the guard.
I am gasping at this shot.
It is light.
And it is light.
so
It's a
light.
steal
It's
of
not even-
3.
Oh, wow.
And that's handshakes. Well, guys, that was a great game. That's going to be a win for Team Gallo from the Royal Canadian and Port Arthur Curling Clubs in British Columbia. They're going to move on to continue to go through the A event. This is going to knock Scintillation faction down to the C event.
Do we have the ability to go to a different sheet?
So at the moment, we do not have the ability to rotate all the cameras as we did before. It's a different computer. It doesn't have the scripts and the authentication to do that. But our overhead cams can be on whatever sheet we want, so we can stay on, provide sort of audio commentary, especially for sheets A and C, which you can still see. I can just change the names on the scoreboard to one of those games and pull up overheads.
Well, I am going to have to sign off, though, guys. I want to say I really enjoyed calling the game with y'all.
Enjoyed it too, Joe.
I will.
Thank
All right.
you.
And okay, everyone, thanks for tuning in. And you guys will check out the other close. We've got a couple of close games on A and C. So I'll be signing off. But gentlemen, the mic is yours.
All right, so as Joe points out, he talks about close games. So we do have the game on A.
The A is 1 point.
It's a 1 point game, and I think they're coming home in the 8th. So I can't rotate over to show that, but I can do this where you can see that redstone in the house.
We're going to have to use that.
And I can show you the overhead of that house.
So it looks like We Love Sue Mitchell's Vice's first rock? It's hard to see.
No, I don't think they're that far into the end. I think they're still on seconds.
Okay.
Because I see at least looks like 5 yellows still down at the other end.
It might be worth it just to stay on the overhead.
Yeah, I think that's probably what we're going to do.
I think just take the guard. Kill the guard. Unless you want to go around.
This works. You can get a pretty good view of the hack, but once the person pushes out of the hack here, you're kind of at a loss again.
Top 8, top 4, guys.
You just have to trust us that the rock's on the way.
Yeah, well, you can see the mid-far has a pretty wide angle there. And near, you kind of end up in a blind spot for a while there. Here they come. Won't go to overhead on this one because this rock's not going to get to the house. It's going to be a sort of high to middling guard.
Yeah, so there looks like 2 center guards and a corner guard. Maybe call out 3 center guards. I don't know, last end, I prefer to be red here. You're up 1 without the hammer. I'd still take the up 1.
Yeah, I'd still take the lead because you can definitely control the end a lot better.
Yellow looks like he's going to try to draw in there. Coming up light. Just misses the top 12.
Yep, that is.
Not on the camera.
Yeah, not on the camera. It's closer than this makes it look. It's not that far out of the house, but it is not in the house. Or maybe it is that far out of the house.
This red rock looks a little heavy.
Gets the rub, but doesn't get enough rub, and that is not good.
With the hammer here, I don't know, Yellow might need to start thinking about opening it up. They're just going to go straight for the shot rock. Sweepers are not sweeping. Can't really see the line from here. Great shot. Just sitting shot rock. Well, it is behind the tee, though.
It is behind the tee, but it is behind some guards.
Looks like on sheet C they shake after Team Yellow runs out of rocks before the skips rocks are thrown. So Team Michael Ray has beaten Michael Dobbs.
Yeah, I hate this. I want to do this. Yeah. First shot. Halfway tight, I don't care.
Trying another draw on sheet A. This one's going to overcurl and come up short again.
Yeah, line if you can. Yep. Yeah.
I can turn the scoreboard off. Look at that.
Yeah, you can get a better view of the house now from that angle. I think we should try to figure out how to do the instant replay. It has to just be like loop or something. Not too sure what the call was on this one. It looks like they're drawing to the outside 12-foot.
That's not going to reach the house, and they're not really doing anything to try to make it reach the house.
They're setting up the crazy in-off or something. I don't understand why they would throw that rock there.
I don't know why. I mean, I could definitely see if they wanted to draw to the outside. That seems not unreasonable.
But they weren't
then to
sweeping
just
it.
not let it go anywhere.
They weren't sweeping it hard to get it in either. It looks like they wanted it to stop.
Go for it. Yeah, I don't. Unless they were just trying to guard and it overcurl.
Oh, that's possible. Red sweepers are not sweeping. Needs to curl a little bit more. Just needs to rub that yellow just a hair to make it not shot. Ooh, this is going to be a great freeze.
Oh, and
Red's sitting 2 now.
the red team having some difficulty going for a high five over in the corner there. Wonder if, did I still have the overhead camera on? If you see that in the corner? Oh, yep, there it was.
We got the instant replay going on.
It's an instant replay for me because the stream is about 5 seconds behind. So I can turn and look at the computer. There they are.
Another guard attempt by yellow.
I guess. I mean, it's what they got, but red is now shot.
Well,
so.
yeah, that doesn't really make sense.
Guessing that was probably a draw attempt
Yeah.
that just didn't come out hard enough.
This is the first skips rocks for Team Red.
Well, you know, they love Sue Mitchell, and they want to put up a lot of points on the board for her.
I thought yellow was the yellow the We Love Sue Mitchell team. I don't know. I'm confused
Oh,
about
they might be actually, because the
about
red
which
team is
color's
from
which.
Potomac, I think. Oh, you're right. So it's Sue Mitchell. The team that loves Sue Mitchell actually is behind at the moment, needs to catch back up.
Got a pretty good viewing party here in the warm room with this last game. Sweet. On A.
And that's a stone through the house. Didn't make contact with anything.
2 more rocks to go.
One for each. Red really needs a guard to try to prevent yellow from being able to throw the hammer in for the tie.
Yeah, if they put up the perfect guard, there's no way for yellow to get a point. I mean, potentially, I guess those 3 guards, you can try to promote one of them. It's hard to see without a camera view.
Damn it, Courtney!
It's definitely going to be a guard.
Yeah, they're over the hog, and I guess that's about all they needed. Was just.
Looks like it overcurled though.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like nice line, but only because of the weird camera angle. Looks like it's more over the center guards than it is over the port.
So yellow's going to have the opportunity. Although they're looking at some crazy promote.
I guess if they're maybe looking for maybe a way to get a 2 here, but I feel like they just need to try to take the 1 and play the extra. Because even the run back, it's not a 2.
There's no way to
remove
there's no
2
way to get
reds
2.
there.
Yeah. I mean, they've tried this draw how many shots in a row now? They just might not have the confidence to make it.
It might be just in that spot where, especially because they're on the wall sheet,
That's true.
they might not be able to get the speed and have the break off the wall back to center. Lots of scheming going on here.
I mean, it's the last rock of the game. They're going to take their time to discuss, without a clock at least. Sitting here in the warm room, it's easy to say, I'll just throw it and make the shot, but
Well, I mean, and I don't have the exact view that they have from out on the ice either.
Yeah.
I feel like
there must be just sort of a draw, off the right side, back towards center, get on top of the Reds.
yeah.
4 foot for 1, but maybe it's not there, or maybe, as you were saying, they just not 100% on the confidence in the shot, and they're just trying to see if they have another option. It does look like they've settled on the draw, though. At least that looks like ice for the draw.
Sweepers are on it. Now sweepers are off of it. Looks like it's a little heavy.
It's coming down.
It's gonna hit something.
Needs to bend back.
Just
no.
wide. So
That's
red
gonna
takes
be-
2 and
It's going to be 2 for the Mounties, and they're going to take this game by a score of 8-5. So yellow team loves Sue Mitchell, and we got a lot of love back from Sue Mitchell, but in that case, just not enough love to push them over the finish line. But that was an A event game, I think?
I think that was the B event
That
game.
was a B event game? Okay, so that the Mounties then will continue on through the B event. Oh, sure, this is only going to be their second draw.
Yeah.
So either way, both teams still in. Still Friday night. Still got a lot of ahead.
And with that, we're going to end the webcast for the 9 p.m. draw at the Glitter Bomb Bombspiel here at Potomac Curling Club. I mean, we can't shift over to D, right?
Yeah, I mean, I could pull up the overhead, but they're just starting the 8th end. It's going to be a while.
Yeah, we're going to end it here then.
So we're going to go ahead and cut this off.
Thank you for joining us. Next draw is 9 a.m. tomorrow.
That sounds right.
9 a.m. tomorrow morning.
We are going to be back online most of the day tomorrow. We've got draws through about, I think the last draw is at 4.
6.
So we'll be, 6?
6. Check the online.
Well, no, because the game that I was
scoreboard.
signed up to call was 7, and that was the one that got canceled. So I think the last draw is going to be about 4.
Oh, 4 o'clock, okay.
And so we'll be online until about 6 or 6:30 through that game. So the Glitter Bombspiel continues through tomorrow and then into Sunday. So.
End it.
Oh, yes. So thanks. I'm Mike Sell. I was with Frank Kemper.
Frank
We
Kemper
were
signing off.
Joined earlier by Joe Rockenbach. Thanks for watching.